I often talk about the internet when I talk. My book I wrote about it and how important it was to me. And the internet's really magical. I know a lot of people think you're antisocial. You know, it has the capacity to make people antisocial. I actually think exactly the opposite is true for most people. Certainly, there's some people probably with those predilections, and it just encourages them. But for most people, I think it actually enhances our ability to make connections with other people, because what it does is, I mean, you can take grammar for example, or politics too. And what it does is you're connected on some issue that's important to you, that's interesting to you. And all the things that are different about you all disappear. You know, you're all the same age, you're all the same color, you all speak with the same accent, you all wear the same clothes, you all have the same job, you live in the same kind of house. All of the things that were different about you don't exist. Only the things that you share are still there. And then you can build that bond. And what it does is allow us to make connections with people we might not otherwise make a connection with, or with whom we might not otherwise make a connection. Since grammar is, I've obviously expressed an interest in that. But it's really a great way to make social connections, because all of our prejudices are eliminated, the conscious ones and the unconscious ones, all gone. The other thing that I think about the internet is it's turned out to be, and I don't think this was always necessarily going to be so, but because there are so many vehicles now, so many ways to participate, it's actually become the most democratic media that I think could be devised. You know, all you need is a camera or a computer. All you need is a keypad, and you get to participate in the dialogue. And your voice is heard as loudly as anybody. That's why net neutrality is so incredibly important, because your voice is heard as loudly as anybody who, you know, writes a now $4,600 check or funds a 527. You still have the capacity to participate. It is also used to be that the town square was the place where people, you know, pamphleteers would come out and express their, or people would just stand on a soapbox and make their statements. Well, you know, where is the town square anymore in most places? And how can you do that? Well, this is where you can do it. You can do it on the internet. And for me, since I consider this one of my homes, it's really gratifying to see it operate in such an incredibly constructive way. Of course, it's also possibly destructive, you know, because, and that's actually where you all come in, because when somebody says something that is wrong, it's great that people are fact-checking one another, that you all are using the other tools of the internet to make certain that people are playing it straight, and so you know and also you have the chance to respond. I mean, those I know people who participate all know that Rebecca from the Silicon Valley Moms called me a terrible mother, and so but you know what? I could respond. And so could everybody else. And other blogs started participating in a discussion about whether or not, if you decide to campaign, you are necessarily therefore a terrible mother. And people could, so she could express her opinion, but then everybody else had the chance to participate.